Have you noticed something strange happening in the news? Every big leader in the world, from the US, China, Russia, and India, is talking about the same year, 2030. It is like the whole world has a giant deadline. But why? What is so special about 2030? Let me tell you a story about what is really happening behind the scenes and how our world is about to change completely in the next few years. Imagine the world is a giant chessboard. For a long time, the game was calm, but now the big players are getting ready for a huge fight. First, let's talk about the danger of a new world war. Right now, all eyes are on a small island called Taiwan. This island is super important because it makes almost all the smart computers chips in the world. The chip inside your phone, your car, and your computer come from there. China wants to take control of this island. The United States says they will protect it. Military experts says that around the year 2027 to 2030, China might attack. If that happens, the US, India, Japan, and Australia will all get pulled into the fight. It won't, it won't just be a small battle. It could start World War III. The whole world's internet and economy would freeze. At the same time, in Europe, the war between Russia and Ukraine is making things very tense. By 2030, the world is going to be split into two big teams fighting for powers. The West on one side and the countries like China, Russia on the other. Now this leads to the scariest part of the story, nuclear weapons and nuclear leaks. You might be wondering, is a nuclear leak possible? Yes, and the risk is higher than ever. Many of the nuclear power plants in the world are very old. They were built 40 or 50 years ago. In places like Ukraine, there is a giant nuclear plant sitting right in the middle of a war zone. If one bomb hits the wrong spot by accident, we would we could see a disaster much worse than Chernobyl. The radiation would spread across countries. Also, militaries today have new small nuclear bombs. They are called tactical nukes. The fear is that if a country is losing a regular war before 2030, they might get desperate and use one of the small nuclear bombs to win. If that happens, it opens a door to a terrifying future. But it is not just about weapons. There is another war coming, and it is about nature and money. The United Nations has a big plan for 2030. They want the world to stop using the petrol and start using green energy, like electric cars. It sounds like a good story, right? But that is a dark side. To make all these electric car batteries, the world need a special metal from the earth, like lithium. Who controls most of these metals? Of course, China. So by 2030, countries won't be fighting over oil in the Middle East anymore. They will be fighting over these new metals in Africa and South America. We call this the Green War. At the same time, the earth is getting hotter. Rivers are drying up. By 2030, millions of people in parts of Asia and the Middle East might run out of drinking water. They will have to leave their homes and move to some other countries. Or they need to find some other technology to uh, convert seawater into fresh water, like Israel is doing right now. This is going to cause a lot of chaos and sadness. And finally, the last part of a story is about machines, artificial intelligence or AI. By 2030, computer will be smarter than humans. This is not science fiction. It is happening right now. These smart computers will fly warplanes without human pilots. They will control the banks. They will do the jobs that humans do today. Many people might lose their jobs, and governments are very worried that people will get angry and protest in the streets. So, what is the moral of this story? The year 2030 is an end of an era. The world is fading away, and a new is becoming more dangerous world is taking its place. Will there be a war? The chances are very high. Will there be a nuclear crisis? The danger is real. But you don't need to be scared. You just need to be smart. The best thing you can do is understand the story. When you know what the world leaders are planning, you are not surprised. You are ready. What do you think will happen by 2030? Do you think the leaders will stop the war or is too late? Tell me what you think in the comments. Thanks for listening to this story and I will see you in the next video.